Hey, what's going on guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of TOTS vs Sweat. Today we are going to be looking at Holland. It's a pretty decent nation when it comes to football, and also Kazooie's from there, so that's a plus. We have got some awesome players today. The Sweat is on the right hand side and the TOTS is on the left in our 4-4-2 formation. If you could start off by smashing a like on the video, that'd be awesome. Let's try and keep that support up. You guys rock. We've got TOTS goalkeeper today. TOTS in goal. It doesn't matter. He doesn't sort of compare against anyone. He's not really a part of the series, but he's probably the best Dutch keeper out there, so I want to stick him in goal. We've got Gregory van der Wiel as our right back today. He is the Sweat side of things. Lots of pace on him. And then we've got Jetro Willems Tots, who looks like a pretty incredible card and has come on leaps and bounds since his first card on Ultimate Team this year. We've then got Van Dijk as our Sweat centre-back. You could, of course, use him as a TOTS centre-back. He does have a TOTS card, but we've gone with De Vrij as the left centre-back, the TOTS one. And he looks pretty good actually. 85 defending, 71 pace. I can get by with that. Moving on to the midfield today in this 4-4-2. We've got Leroy Fer as our Sweat centre mid. I see him in BPL Sweat teams, Pace Sweat teams, Dutch Sweat teams, all sorts of stuff. He's a great player. And then we've got Geordie Classy team of the season as our TOTS guy. Out on the wide, I know you can't really class Robin as a Sweat player. Don't hate on me for that. But he's just really pacey, and that's kind of a sweaty thing on Ultimate Team. That's what you need. So we've stuck in Robin there. He's about the best right mid on the game as well. And then we've got Memphis Depay's team of the season. Someone I cannot wait to get stuck in with. I've been loving his card all year, so this one is just awesome to me. And then we move up to the strike force. We've actually got a silver striker for our Sweat team, and that is El Kabir. And then we've got this guy up front, Big Widge as we like to call him, but is Wijnaldum, Jorginho Wijnaldum, 85 rated, looks pretty sick to be honest. So good, them stats overall, they're just redonkulous. Overall this team costs around 1 million coins. Depending on the price of like Robin and Depay and stuff over the next few days, that's kind of going to stay there, I would imagine. Maybe it would drop a little bit, but Depay keeps dropping like 70k and then going up 70k. It's kind of weird what's happening to his price range at the moment. We start off with a banger from Jetro Willems. I score quite a lot of them with my fullbacks actually, playing it out from the old corner kick and then just taking a touch and banging it. It works quite well. You saw in the last TOTS vs Sweat, I did it with Marquinhos and also Marcelo, so it just, trust me, it works. Now El Kabir, bless him, he scored 1 goal for me. He was good, but his role was to pretty much get it to Wijnaldum, and the ball did kind of levitate towards Wijnaldum a lot. We'll get to that in a moment. But these are the goals that I scored with Memphis Depay. He's super quick, super skillful, and he's got a rocket on him as well. Like, just look how quick that is. He's burning everyone. 98 pace is nearly perfection, of course, and it's been so long in the making. I wanted to use this guy for absolutely ages, so I'm so happy to have finally used him. The only thing I would say is sort of wasted at left mid. You kind of need him in a left wing or a left forward, or even stick him up front, and that will do the job well. But Wijnaldum took me like a couple of games to get used to. I was still scoring goals during those games, which was kind of strange. He finds himself in the right place at the right time, but his dribbling was sort of clunky and all over the place a little bit. But when I got used to him, if you slow it down a bit, he's too quick almost. If you slow it down a bit, use the LT and RT dribbling, you'll find yourself weaving in and out of defenders and they won't know what's hit them, because once you burst past them, they're not catching up. And he's got a very strong finish. Like, he will net the ball with a finesse shot, or mainly the power shot I find is good. He's also not too bad at heading as well. Look at this, by the way. I can't believe he missed that, but then he goes ahead and scores that goal right there. Madness. He scored obviously the majority of the goals for my team. I was trying to get the ball to him, but I was also trying to play through Kabir as well. It just turns out that I tend to work down the right hand side of the team and then play it over to the left hand side to the striker that's making the run, and that happened to be Wijnaldum. I always find that my left striker does outperform my right striker. Typically that's what happens with me. I don't know about you guys. There's also some people which are like, I prefer shooting that way in the first half and that way in the second half. There's all sorts of things in FIFA Ultimate Team which people prefer to do and stuff, and mine is to play it to my left striker. This is quite a nice goal actually from Wijnaldum. It's only a header, but the run from Memphis was pretty sick. Like he does the defence and then sort of Rabona crosses it in, which I always love to see. And then I think he out-jumped Skirtle right there, which is quite nice. And then this is the nicest goal that I scored. Just a couple of skill moves and good dribbling, and then a nice powerful outside of the boot shot into the roof of the net. A solid goal from a really, really good player. Now, let's talk about this, shall we? So Cillessen in goal, I rate him. Use him if you've got a Dutch squad. He's very cheap, and he's the best option you have. Now, when we talk about these centre-backs, right, De Vrij is pretty good, but Van Dijk is awesome. He wins. Like, there's no competition there. It's just one of those things in Ultimate Team. Van Dijk's tall, so he does a really good job. When I'm talking about left back and right back, Willem scored that belter of a goal, and between them, I think they performed pretty the same. So the goal takes it for me, which evens it up. TOTS 1, Sweats 1. Moving on to the centre midfield, Leroy Fer, you can't beat him. He is really, really class. TOTS needs to lose this little battle, I'm afraid. Geordie Classy is just a little bit meh. Leroy Fer wins it. So Sweat is currently in the lead. But when I talk about Depay and Robben, I thought it was going to be an easy Robben win. But he didn't score for me, and Depay was magnificent. He wins this battle right here. Depay is class. Use him if you've got the coinage. Give him a try. And then we come to the strike force. It's even at the moment. 2-2 is a pretty easy win when you think about it for TOTS, because Wijnaldum just absolutely obliterates El Kabir. Like, Wijnaldum, I imagine you can use him at a CDM all the way up to a striker, and he will perform awesomely for you. I think I got 22 goals, 4 assists or something in 12 games, which is pretty damn good for me. Like, that's pretty good in general, but for me, that's pretty epic. I don't often get nearly double the goals to the games played. I'm just not that good at FIFA. But we've come to the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed, smash that thumbs up button. Let's try and hit 2,000. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new around here. I thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Peace.